Hey YouTube land, this is Tychondrius doing another toy review, and this is for two of the WWE figures. So it's a double WWE video toy video review. If you can say that a couple of times fast, that would be quite good. So the two figures in question is last year's 2016 zombie style Dean Ambrose, and this year's, well, possibly last year's, it might have been released near the end of 2016, but 2017's Mutant Sting figure. Now, they both come in window style packaging, as you can see behind the figures, so I'll just go on about the packaging quickly. So the packaging for the zombie figures is quite cool. Each individual zombie has different kind of style packaging. So this one for Dean has kind of a net, or it's not more a net, but like a chain link fence that has been torn in places. So it kind of goes all the way around the packaging, around the side of the packaging. You have image of Dean on the side, WWE Zombies logo up at the very top. Unfortunately, it's a bit torn because I pulled the figure out of the packaging so quickly. I kind of squished the packaging a bit. You can just about see the zombie's name. Then you got name the character on the side, and flipping around the back of the box, you got another image of the Dean figure. You got a little write-up on Dean Ambrose zombified. As a zombie, Ambrose is even more unstable than ever before. This completely unhinged corpse can't keep his body parts from falling off. Then you got other figures in the wave, which is John Cena, The Rock, Triple H, Undertaker, Brian Wyatt, Paige, and Roman Reigns. Now, I already did a video review for Triple H because he looks awesome with the no kind of face and just skull-like appearance. And I'm hoping to pick up one or two of the other figures. The other figures I kind of want to get, I'm not too pushed on The Rock, but I probably will get him. John Cena, The Undertaker, and I'm not a big fan of the rest of the wave, like Brian Wyatt, Paige, and Roman Reigns. The Roman Reigns figure doesn't really look like a zombie at all. They didn't really give him a lot of the kind of torn skin or anything like that for some reason. And then you got just all the kind of legal information and safety requirement stuff and on the bottom of the box. And up in the corner you have the official WWE logo, kind of holographic logo. Onto Sting's box. Now, Sting's box is interesting enough, and I'll get into that right now. So, on the top you have I'm assuming WWE, just has WW on it. And you have the Mutants line written all across the top of the box. The box has all this kind of gooey gunk kind of imagery on it with bugs and stuff all over it, and then you got an image of Sting. Now, it does have his nameplate that's supposed to be on the front of the box, but it's moved underneath when I took him out, so it does show how to attach his tail, because it comes separate in the box. And then, I'm not sure if you can see it, but the box is kind of designed with kind of the slime dripping around the sides of the box on the plastic, on the windows part of the box. Now, flipping around to the back of the box, I have a feeling this is a Canadian issued box that has been imported to Europe, and it's probably the same ones that we're going to get across Europe. This being said is because I've watched a few reviews for other figures like the Brock Lesnar. I watched Pixel Dan's review for Brock Lesnar and John Cena, and both those reviews, when he was describing the box and what's on the box, they actually have a brief bio for like a couple of words of a paragraph for each character. On these boxes they have nothing at all. They just show another image of the artwork that's on the front. You got the official logos again, and then you got just all the legalese stuff, like the warning labels and WWE.com, Mattel.com and all that kind of stuff. So there is a slight variation to the boxes that are released in the US to UK and, well, to Ireland. I'm not sure if it's the same in the UK or in other parts of Europe, but I'm assuming since it's in Ireland, it's the same, going to be the same across the board in Europe. Getting onto the figures, onto Dean himself first. Dean is a fantastic figure. Now, I'm not a big, huge WWE fan. The only reason I picked these up is because I'm a huge kind of creatures, kind of monster collection fan, and I like zombie figures and stuff like that, so these were a kind of perfect choice for me. He looks really cool. Even if you were to repaint over all the kind of signature Dean Ambrose markings on the front and the stuff on the back of the shirt, and maybe repaint the hair and stuff like that, it'd actually look like a good army builder. You could actually pick up a few of these and repaint the skin and repaint stuff on them just to make them look different, each one. But he's wearing sort of generic enough looking stuff that you could get away with doing some great customs with this guy. And the head sculpt doesn't look completely like, because it looks so disheveled, you could get away with making it a few different versions of a zombie character. Maybe sculpting on some extra stuff like, you know, partial beards and stuff like that, just to make it look different. Now he does have a gimmick where, as you can just see, his arm pops off, which is part of the right up on the box. Now his arm pops into this little peg hole on the front of his wrist. Now what's interesting is he has a peg here on the wrist, and it looks like it's supposed to clip in, but on my one it doesn't actually clip in, it just sits in. It doesn't stay very securely, so if you do a lot of moving around with them, it will pop out. What is cool is they kept the articulation on both arms the same, so they didn't just cheap out and make this one just static. So I'll just put his hand out. So he has the same articulation on his left hand as he does on the right. So the hands can actually have an in and out, and they have a swivel rotation. Then you have a single jointed elbow, which is continued over onto the left hand. He has a single jointed elbow, you can get a good 90-degree bend. He has an upper bicep swivel, and then he has a ball jointed shoulder, so he can go out to the side and rotate all the way around. What's cool is I like the way he has like all the torn skin and worn skin on this side. Let's see if we can get zoom in on it. It looks really, really cool. And then the head is on a ball joint, so you can turn all the way around. Has a small bit of forward and back on it, not great. He has a waist swivel, so you can do 360 should you want him to look completely broken. And his legs, unfortunately, he doesn't have any kind of waist crunch, which is kind of common for these figures because they're using kind of basic figure design as opposed to the WWE Elite, which have like far more articulation points than the basic figures. And then he has a T-crotch, which again, on the Elite figures, they tend to have like the split on the side, so their legs can go out the side, whereas on the basic articulation guys, they just have T-crotch, so you can do these splits like that, but you can't do them out to the side. So you can go forward and back just a little bit, can go back quite good, can forward quite well. Has an almost 90-degree bend on the knees, single jointed knees. Then he has rotation on the foot, and then it has forward and back. Now his forward and back is a slight bit hindered by the sculpt of his pants, which I think is really cool. I love the way the jeans are kind of all dirtied and disheveled as it comes down to where the boots are. And the boots have all this kind of mud kind of print on them, which is really, really cool. So that's pretty much it for the Dean Ambrose figure. I do recommend picking him up. I did pick this guy up while he was on clearance because originally the price on these guys were around €20, which I found a bit expensive because they're using basically the basic figure sculpts with added detail, whereas if it was an Elite figure it might have been a bit more, would have been a bit better. So I think they were a bit expensive for what they were. I know they have a whole bunch of extra sculpting on them and paint work, but I still think the €20 price point was a bit expensive. The Mutant line is €20 at the moment, and they've just been released, so I'm going to pick up a few more of the figures, but I might wait till the other ones go down like I did with the zombies. But onto the Mutant figure himself, which is Sting. Now, as I said, I don't know much about wrestling or wrestling characters, but I did watch another review for this figure, and someone was saying that this is one of the best Sting head sculpts that Mattel have actually released. Let me just see if I can get it to zoom in on it. Now, the only reason I picked up this figure myself is I love the design for the body and the scorpion look. I'm not a big huge fan of the head, so I was thinking I might swap the head out for something a bit more insectile or insect looking and give him a kind of more complete bug, insect, scorpion look, if I can do it. But sculpt wise, he looks fantastic. He has all this kind of plating that a normal scorpion would have, with all the kind of armory kind of divots and stuff on him. Scorpion tail, which is cool. The only downside to the tail is that it's static, so it would have been cool if Mattel had put in a bendy wire into it. When you plug it in, it doesn't do anything, and it's not designed to pop back out once you have it plugged in. So it would have been cool if they had put in like a bendy wire so you get it into different poses behind his back and stuff like that, but unfortunately they didn't. Same waist swivel as Dean. Now it's a bit hindered by the tail because when you're swiveling around he does tend to knock into the tail, but he does have the waist swivel. Same T-crotch design as the Dean Ambrose figures also. You can go forwards and backwards. You can go forwards that much, backwards that much, and then he has a single jointed knee. You can get quite a good bend on the knee. So a single jointed knee, and then a single joint at the ankle, but it's a little bit above the ankle, and it doesn't have the rocker that the Dean Ambrose one does. It can't rotate, it just goes forward and back. And then the arms themselves, and the arms are another disappointing section for this figure. The arms look fantastic, but there's one kind of big downside to it, in the fact that they didn't give him an upper shoulder rotation. He has the same kind of ball joint shoulders as the Dean Ambrose figure, so I can go out to side and rotate all around. Then he has a single jointed elbow, so he can go forward and back. He has the rotation in the hands, and he has the same kind of hand forward and back sculpt. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any swivel in the elbow or any swivel up in the shoulder. And it would have been nice if they, even if they had kept the shoulder the way it was and given him just a swivel at the elbow, it would have been way cooler, so you could get some kind of really cool leering poses out of him. But unfortunately, the way they designed him, he does look cool. I do recommend him, but those a few tiny nitpicks that I have with the sculpting of him. One of the things I love about him as well is the feet. I love the way the feet are designed. His feet split into 3 toes, and each toe has little toes on them that kind of resemble the feet of a scorpion, which is really, really cool. And then you have the pinchers for the hands as well, which are really cool, and they're quite poseable. So all in all, if I can just get him to stand up there, he's a little bit top heavy, so he does tend to fall over a touch. There we go. So all in all, I do recommend these figures. If you want to, you could go out and buy them now and pay the full price for them. The zombie ones might be on clearance as well at the moment in the States or online, but I do recommend picking them up. The zombie figures are cool, even if you're just a fan of generic zombies and want to flesh out stuff like Resident Evil diorama or anything like that, or Walking Dead diorama. They're quite cool to use for that. And the Mutants line, there's some crazy mutants in it, like the John Cena one I'm not too fond of, with the kind of Colossus Steel Mechanical Man type thing. Stardust, with the glow-in-the-dark feature for the Stardust figure looks cool, but I'm not a huge fan of the figure design. Brian Wyatt figure I haven't really seen that much of. He looks cool. He's kind of an alligator, kind of crocodile, killer croc style figure. It looks really cool. The Brock Lesnar one I really want to pick up because it has the 4 arms and it kind of has a Goro style look to it. And then there's the Finn Balor figure, which I'm kind of on the fence over. It kind of looks cool because he has like the whole demon thing going on, but it looks a little bit weird. So there you go, guys. This is a quick video review for these 2 figures, which is Sting and Dean Ambrose. As I always say in my videos, if you like the video, click like. If you want to subscribe to my channel, feel free to subscribe and feel free to comment. I try to get back to everyone who leaves comments. Sometimes I miss them and it's like weeks down the line I'll reply, but I'll try and reply if you do. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the review. Cheers!